Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. It has been a minute actually since I've sat down and filmed. I know my last video was uploaded like a week ago, but it's been like 2 weeks since I've actually sat down and filmed a video. So yes, here we are. Do y'all like the look of the day? I was very much inspired by a look that Nikki Makeup did. Oh my gosh, she's just so talented. She's a makeup artist and she did a look very similar to this one. So that's what I recreated. I'll throw it up here if y'all want to see. That was my inspo pic. But today's video is going to be just my Colourpop collection. I have been ride or die for Colourpop since like 2015 when I first discovered them. Oh gosh, I don't even have some of the first liquid lipsticks that I owned by them, but I remember the first Colourpop products I ever received was for Christmas. I wanted like fun lipsticks for Christmas one year, like blue, purple, green, all these like fun colors, and my mom found the Colourpop website and she showed it to me, and they were only $6 at the time. I don't know how much they are now, probably more than that, but they were only $6 liquid lipsticks at the time, and so I got them for Christmas one year, and that's how I found out about Colourpop, like way before they ever popped off and got popular. So since I have loved Colourpop for so long and before they blew up, I have a lot of their old products that are discontinued that they don't make anymore, and yeah, we're just gonna kind of go through, and it's gonna be like walking down memory lane for me with some of these products because they're just so old. But anyways, let's just get into it. So I'm gonna kind of go in the order of the face. So starting with primers, I have two Colourpop primers. This is their All-Star primer. It's like a matte and blur primer. I never was a big fan of this primer. It really didn't do much. It's supposed to like mattify, but it's also kind of hydrating. I didn't really see it do much blurring at all when I used it, so I just kind of slowly stopped using this, but I kept it in my collection. And y'all know the Hyaluronic Pretty Fresh primer is like my favorite. I love this stuff so much. So yeah, those are the two primers that I have. Okay, so I have 4 Colourpop foundations. The first one that they released was the No Filter foundation. I didn't like this at all. It emphasized all my dry patches. Then we have the No Filter foundation sticks, which I did not like, and it is sticks. It's S-T-I-X, that's why I said it like that. Foundation stick, and same thing, just too dry for me. I'm not a big fan of foundation sticks in general, so yeah, and the shade was just all wrong for me, and I didn't feel like buying a new one, so that was just it for me. And then we all know that these are my favorite foundations like of all time. The Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer, beautiful, gorgeous, and natural. And then we have the Pretty Fresh foundation, which is just so scrumptious, like medium coverage, right in the middle, perfect. I have it on right now, and it's just everything. I love these two so much. These two I hated. So the No Filter foundations, not for me. The Pretty Fresh are just incredible. Moving on to concealers, I have both of the concealers that Colourpop has released. The No Filter concealer, which is okay. The No Filter collection seems to be a little bit drier of a formula, and I have dry skin, so I feel like at the time I made it work, but now that I have the Pretty Fresh line, which is the other concealer that I have, it's just so much better, and I could never go back to the No Filter line. It's just too dry for me. The Pretty Fresh line, everything is infused with hyaluronic acid, so it like attracts moisture to the skin, which is perfect for my dry skin. Okay, powders. I used to own one of their powders that they released. It was like an under eye powder. It was so small. It came in a container exactly like this, except this is a highlighter, but we'll get to this later. It came in a container just like this, but it was powder, like tiny, tiny. And I don't have that anymore. I used all of it up. It was okay. But yeah, just thought I would mention that. Same thing for setting spray. Actually, I used to own their All-Star setting spray. It was like a mattifying setting spray. I didn't really like it. When they came out with those products, I just kind of bought everything that they released. I didn't really know my skin that well. Obviously now I know that I would never get a mattifying setting spray, but at the time they released it along with the primer, the All-Star primer. They released the All-Star setting spray, and I just bought both of them. So yeah, I'm a sucker. So bronzers, I really don't have that many Colourpop bronzers. I think I just have like one, and it's in this little magnetic palette that is also by Colourpop. This is in the shade Private Party, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Private Party. And it's actually a really good bronzer shade. So yeah, that's actually the only bronzer I own from Colourpop, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so moving on to blushes. I have 3 of their Super Shock blushes, which honestly, y'all, I never reach for these anymore. When I got them at the time, I really did reach for them a lot, but I don't. And I haven't opened them in so long. I don't know if they're still like good or if they've dried out, because this is that, oh gosh, it's hard to open, that Super Shock formula. So it's kind of Excuse me. Hello? Oh my god, it's like stuck in the top. Okay, no worries, I got it. Sorry, Colourpop packaging is not always, you know, the most lavish, but it's actually not dried out. And it's just like a cream kind of blush. It's like cream to powder. And I honestly like them when I use them. I just haven't reached for them in a long time. But yes, I do have these. I have the shades Between the Sheets, Drop of a Hat, which is like this gorgeous, like orangey, fiery shade. Oh, it's such a pretty blush. Look at that. And then I also have Aphrodisiac, which is like a very neutral kind of mauve-y blush. Those are the Super Shock blushes that I have. I also have a pressed pan, and this one is so lovely. This is in the shade Soulmate. I'm not sure if they still make this because it was in collaboration with Zoella, but oh gosh. But I just was in need of like a pink blush for like my pinky purple looks, and this is what I use literally all the freaking time. I just wore this the other day. Like, I'm gonna hit pan on this soon. I can already see that it's like about to hit pan right there. And I really hope they still make this because I love it so much. And if you need like a pinky tone blush, this one's incredible. And then my other Colourpop blushes are also in this that I was just showing you, and they are these two right here. These were in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. This is the shade I Need Space, and then the other one, Lunar Has It. So this one's like orangier, this one's pinkier, and I like having both. I like to mix both sometimes. I love having both of those in a palette. I need like a pinky tone look to go with like looks like this, and an orangey tone look to go with more like warm tone looks. So that's why I have both of them, and I love that she came out with two very different blushes when she was doing her like collab. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the last of my blushes, but I forgot that I had this, a cream blush by Colourpop. This is their blush sticks in the shade 25/8. That's literally what it's called. It's like a fraction. I don't know what that means, but 25/8. And I love their cream blushes. I don't want to do it right now, but I'll warm it up on the back of my hand, and then I'll take a beauty blender, bounce it in there, and then bounce it on my cheeks. And it is so beautiful. I love it. It's very like emollient and very easy to blend. So I love their cream blushes. I need more of them actually. Okay, so highlighters. I have a bunch of Colourpop highlighters. Let's start with these Super Shock ones. I thought I had more than this, but I feel like my makeup is all over the place. So, you know, I could be missing a bunch of things, but here are the 4 that I found. This is Flexitarian, like a beautiful platinum, like silver almost, with still like a slight gold sheen to it. So beautiful on fair skin. Lunch Money, oh my gosh, it's like a yellow gold. It's a little bit more subtle, more subdued than Flexitarian. Then we have On the Cusp, which has like a very kind of bronzy, fiery undertone. This was also in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. You'll see that just like gold fire in it. So beautiful. This is a little bit too deep for me. Sometimes I can get away with it if I'm just taking like pictures. But if you have slightly tanner skin than I do, this would be so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. And then I have A Smile and a Song, and this was one of their Disney collaborations, and I love this one too. It's like a lighter gold version of On the Cusp, but like so beautiful. Oh my gosh, like I just want to rub this all over my body. Yes, love it, love it. And these, I guess they don't dry out if you steal them very well, because I've had the blushes and I haven't opened those in so long, and they're still like moist. I know some people don't like that word. I love the word moist. It's like one of my top 5 favorite words, moist. And then what I showed y'all earlier is this little loose highlighter. Don't know if they make these anymore either. What were they called? Luster Dust. Yes, I knew they had like a cutesy little name. And this is in the shade Nomi, like gnome, like a gnome-y, Nomi. And it's just like a loose highlighter. And I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of these just because they have so much glitter. I mean, they are blinding though, like super, super pretty. And I honestly should use this a little bit more often, because now the more that I'm looking at it, the more I want to put it on my face. So let's do that. Did I just mess my makeup up? Is it too dark for me? Yeah, you can see it. Wow. Maybe that's why I never used it, because it was too dark and I just ruined my makeup, so please hold. Okay, so now there's like a dark cast on my face. I didn't realize that was way too dark for me, and I'm really upset, but That's fine, moving on. So yeah, I have that. And then I have this little highlighter palette right here called Crush on You. Yeah, Crush on You. And it's just like their Super Shock formula, but in a palette, which I thought was really cool. And I honestly don't use this as much as I should because look how beautiful that is. But yeah, I have this. And then last but not least of the highlighters is back in this palette. This is gonna be the last that you'll see of this palette, I promise. I went ahead and swatched the shades, but I have these three right here. So we have Dreamscape, which is this one. And then here, Kitty Kitty, it looks like this. And then this one over here is Patted Down and it looks like this. So the way I have it set up is lightest to darkest. And so when I use it, sometimes I'll mix the darkest with the lightest, or I'll just use Here Kitty Kitty. And if I want it a little bit deeper or lighter, yada, yada, yada. But I love these shades so much. They're really great for fair skin. Oh my gosh, y'all, I forgot for the setting spray category, I have one of their original like crystal sprays. Do y'all remember these? Holy crap, this was their Amethyst, is that right? Yeah, Amethyst Crystal Priming Spray. So they came out with like priming sprays and then setting sprays, and they had like, oh my gosh, like sapphire and emerald, and it was like crystal themed setting sprays, and I was just obsessed with it. When it came out, I was like, oh my God, I have to have all of them. And I was like on the website as soon as they launched, and they sold out immediately. I couldn't even get like any of them. Or maybe I just got this one. I don't know. But anyways, y'all, I still have this and I loved this. It smells like cucumbers. And oh my God, this brings me back to sophomore year of college. When I was in ROTC, holy crap, like it just has so many memories tied to this. I will never get rid of it. I wish that they continued making them. They like, after the second launch, they stopped making them and I was so upset. I was like on Colourpop's Instagram constantly wondering when they were going to restock these, and they just eventually pulled the plug, and it really made me sad because I really thought it was such a cute idea. The packaging was adorable, they marketed it perfectly, and I just, yeah, long live the crystal sprays. Y'all remember those? Please let me know down below if you do. Oh, and then I have another highlighter too. So this was from the Villains Disney collection with Colourpop. This was the shade Mistress of All Evil. This was the Maleficent highlighter. I was obsessed so long. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I got so many compliments and questions about this highlighter when I wore it, specifically this highlighter, because it's just so blinding. And I think you can probably still get it, but yeah, the packaging's super cool. It's like neon and I just love it so much. This one was one of my favorite highlighters. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this crap out of the way just because it's just like sitting here on my desk and I want to put it up. It's just like kind of miscellaneous items, like their Precision Brow Pencil, which they discontinued, y'all. They didn't discontinue the pencil, but they discontinued it in the shade Audacious Auburn. They got rid of the redhead shade. And this is my favorite brow pencil that of all time. This is the brow pencil that I use, that I have used for years. And now I have to buy it on eBay. I've been buying it on eBay for the past like 3 times. It's like 20 bucks when normally it's like, I don't know, a $12 eyebrow pencil. But on eBay, it's like 20 bucks. And now they're like all gone at this point. So eBay is like dry of these, and I'm just gonna have to find a new eyebrow pencil, and I'm really upset about it. But I ordered one more from eBay. Should be coming in soon, so I'll have another one after this one. But yeah, I'm really upset. I have Mr. Bing eyeliner in collaboration with Kathleen Lights again. A beautiful chocolate brown liner. I use it all the time. Have this like neon green one. And then just, you know, y'all just like, you don't really care about this stuff. Literally just like liners. Another brow pencil that doesn't have the freaking top on the spoolie. This is their Brow Boss pencil, which I don't like the formula as much. It's not as pigmented. But yeah, and then I have a yellow one, and then their clear Brow Boss gel that I'm just obsessed with. I have that in right now, and it makes my brows look very feathery and nice. I love the brow gel. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm all over the place. I also have another cream highlighter. My stuff is like not organized at all on my desk, so the more I look, I just keep finding more stuff. So it's as in order as it can be. This is another cream highlighter that I have. This is their light sticks. It's like they have their blush sticks and then they have their light sticks for highlighter, you know what I mean? It's kind of cute. This is in the shade Star Bright, and it's a little too sparkly for me. I love the formula, don't get me wrong, and I just want more of these, just not so, maybe not so sparkly. It's also a little bit too deep, but if I could find like a perfect shade, I would totally pick it up. And they have these in Ulta too, so you can go in store and see before you buy it. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna sit here and go through all of these with you, okay? I have a lot of the Colourpop Super Shock shadows as well as the Jelly Mutt shadows that they have. I just love them. I collected them for a very long time. If y'all want me to go through all of these individually, just let me know. I love this one. Such a pretty color. But yeah, I have a bunch of them. If y'all want like a swatch party, you want me to go through all of them, tell you the shades, tell you my favorites. Ooh, that could actually be really fun. I could tell you like which ones are the best or like what to get, because it can be very overwhelming when you're going shopping on the Colourpop websites. But I'll have to go through and make sure that all of these are still available and not discontinued. I just got this green one. Is it not absolutely stunning? I've been waiting to do a look with this. I'm deceased. Holy crap. But yeah, I love Colourpop Super Shock shadows. They are just absolutely out of this world. And even if you don't like bright colors, like look at this. That would be, oh, like that would be stunning on anybody. This like rose goldy purple, drop dead gorgeous. And their jelly shadows are really cool too. They dry out really fast, but when you get them, they're so freaking cool. They're so much fun. This one's drying, but look at that shade. Oh, stunning. Okay, y'all, and moving on to the main event, the thing that Colourpop does right, the thing that I buy the most of. Eyeshadow palettes. Okay, are y'all ready? We're not gonna take forever going through these, but we are gonna chat just a little bit. Okay, are you ready? I'm excited. So the first one, the Zodiac palette in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. She came out with the Zodiac palette and I just love this palette. When it first came out, I was absolutely obsessed, and oh God, there are so many of these. I'm gonna have to get through these faster, but I love this palette especially. Kathleen Lights, I just adore her. Like everything she does, I think is magical. I buy all of her nail polishes. This one is in the shade Nebula, I think. I bought all of her nail polishes and I won her giveaway, y'all. Like I actually won this nail polish. I just support her in everything that she does. She came out with this with Colourpop a while ago. This was her Zodiac collection and I adore it. Also with that Zodiac collection, she came out with like loose pigments and I picked up 2 of them. I have the shade, what is this? The Crab and then the Scales. So also Zodiac theme, and it's just like a blue and then like the rose gold, and I don't know, I like them, so I got those 2. And then I have Sweet Talk, one of my all-time favorite and most loved Colourpop palettes of all time. Literally, like I freaking abused this palette so much. It's so incredible. You need it. It has like Super Shock shadows in it. Oh, I broke it. Hold on. The Super Shock shadow actually like fell out, but that's the good thing about Super Shock shadows. You can just mush them back together and then they're good as new. I love this palette so much. I think if you could get any 3 Colourpop palettes, this would be top 3 for sure. And then I have one of the first palettes they ever released. Yes, please. But here's the gag. I actually got this palette just like a year or so ago and they released it forever ago. So I was like really late on the train, and finally I just felt bad. I was like, it's such an iconic Colourpop palette. I have to get it. So I got it like years later. And then, oh my gosh, Dream Street with Kathleen Lights again. They do most of their collabs with Kathleen, let's just be honest. This actually fell out in a previous video and I just threw the shade away. It's fine. I didn't even really use that shade that much anyways. It was like a really strange color, but love this palette. The colors blend like a dream. We have the Sailor Moon palette that I love. So freaking fun and cute, like super adorable. I'm so glad I picked this up, and I've talked so much about this palette already, so I'm just gonna keep on going. This was one of the first Colourpop palettes I fell in love with, and now I look at it and I'm not inspired at all. I honestly should just get rid of it. But I don't know why these like rosy tones and the purples were like so adventurous for me at the time, and this was just everything. This is their She palette. It literally is called She. And yeah, got this bad boy. Loved it, was obsessed with it at the time, even though I like still never really wore it very much because the colors intimidated me. But anyways, I liked to look at it. The Rendezvous palette, this was a very random purchase for me. I just got it in Ulta one day, and I don't usually buy Colourpop in Ulta like ever. I always buy it on the website just because I do. And yeah, I bought this in Ulta one day, and I don't know, I really loved the blue shade, and I loved like this pinky shade that were really speaking to me. And I really don't wear, oh, not swatched very well. Oh yeah, I do remember this like blue being very dry. There we go, it's not that bad. I don't know, this palette's okay. I really don't reach for it very much anymore, but I have it, so. California Love, the most gorgeous bronzy glam palette. Like literally it has glitters, it has shimmers, it has mattes with glitter, it has everything, and these like burnt sienna shades. Stunning, love it. I'm gonna get into the monochromatic palettes in just a second, but I wanna get through everything else first. I have these two single shadows by Colourpop that I don't have in a palette just because I really loved the component that they came with. Y'all know what I mean? Like normally I would depot this and put it in a, you know, a magnetic palette. But I just loved the little containers they came in. And then this one is purple. How cute. So I don't know, I thought that was adorable. And then of course I have the So Jaded palette by Kathleen Lights, and I was obsessed with this palette when it came out because of the packaging, but honestly, the way she arranged the colors in here, I'm not inspired. So I've seen people on Instagram like depot these and then rearrange the colors in a more like pleasing and inspiring way. And I really love the way that it turns out. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna like rearrange this on my own and come up with my own color story that I like. But I do love this palette. It's so unique. I love like the jewel tones. Most companies I feel like don't go that route. And I just really, really love it. And this shade, of course, is stunning. I love green. I love green so much. And then we have another magnetic Colourpop palette filled with all of my singles. So yeah, if y'all want like a... That is the one thing about Colourpop products, y'all. Their shimmers, like their shimmer shades are so soft that they don't age well. Again, I just pressed it back in, but like they just always pop out. So I have to be careful with that. But this is my palette of singles and I just love it so much. Again, I'm just drawn to these shades over here. The greens, gorgeous, stunning. Oh my God, I need to use that. I haven't used this in so long, but yeah, I love these so much. They have a build your own palette section on their website that makes it really easy to like visualize what it's gonna look like. So if y'all are interested in building your own palette, Colourpop is the way to go. If I'm not mistaken, all I have left are like all of these. So these are their monochromatic palettes. I'm just gonna start with what's on top, not in any particular order. This was part of their tie-dye collection, just recently came out. This is their Aura and Out palette. Obsessed, absolutely stunning shades. So gorgeous. Oh, I love this green so, so much. We got Blue Moon, which I actually used a crap ton today. And this palette is so loved. Most palettes don't have very blendable blues, and this is so blendable, and so that's why I love this palette so much. I have this mixed with this in the outer corner, and then I have this mixed with this in the inner corner, which brings me to my next palette. This is their In a Trance palette, which was also part of the tie-dye collection along with Aura and Out, and then also Miss Bliss, which we're getting to. But this one is my favorite of the three. I just love the blues, love the purples and the pinks in this palette. I've also used the glitters. I love it so much. I love their entire tie-dye collection that they came out with, but if I had to pick a favorite, it's a tough tie, but probably this one because I use it more often. And then that leads us to Miss Bliss, which is their more like, you know, orangey vibe of the three. And I also really love this palette too. So, so pretty. This one would look so good on anybody. Wow, wow, wow. Then one of the first little like 9-pan palettes they ever came out with was their Mar palette. And y'all, I only keep this because I'm a collector. You can tell it's old just like by the color. It's not even like a monochromatic palette. This was just a 9-pan palette, and then they started doing the monochromatic palettes. This was like before that. But yeah, it's just, I bought it because I didn't have any blue eyeshadow at the time. Blue was like so new and crazy, and oh God, it even feels terrible. But it doesn't swatch terrible. That's actually gorgeous. Oh my God. Wow, I'm gonna put this on right now. I'm gonna use that blue now that I've seen it, so I'm glad I'm doing this video. But yes, a very old 9-pan palette that I have. It's my pleasure, one of the first monochromatic palettes they started doing. So I don't want the shimmers to fall out, but it's so pretty. Like their purple palette, just so, so gorgeous. I was stunned by that when I first saw it. Main Squeeze, I actually didn't want this palette. I only bought it because I had all the other monochromatic palettes at the time and the red one was missing, so I was like, fine, I'll get the red one. But it does come in handy sometimes when I do, oh God, I almost dropped it, when I do red looks. Then we got Ooh La La. You can even tell this is different. This is like a soft matte, and these are all glossy because this is an older palette, and this was their pink one. When I saw this, literal jaw hit the floor. It was in my bag, like in my cart before I could even blink. Like it was at my doorstep before I knew what happened. Going Coconuts. Oh my God, if you are a neutral gal, you will love this palette because I love this palette and I am not a neutral gal. But sometimes I'll just look at this palette and I'll be like, oh, I want to be neutral today just so I can use this. It literally, stunning. This palette's so gorgeous. This shade in the middle, bridal makeup, you need this one. You do. It's so gorgeous. Going Coconuts is one of my top favorites. And I'm like, look at me. I'm a colorful girl. And that's one of my favorites. So it says a lot about how gorgeous and stunning Going Coconuts is. Strawberry Shake, amazing, gorgeous. Drop, like hold the freaking phone. Strawberry Shake is so underrated. I cannot even. I think I love you. So pretty. Oh my God, I'm like tearing up because I haven't used this in so long and I miss it. It is such a stunning palette. I feel like it's not talked about enough. That's why I'm so excited, because Strawberry Shake is the perfect name for it. People, I'm in a Colourpop Facebook group. If y'all are from there, hey girl, what's up? But I'm in a Colourpop Facebook group with like 24,000 members, and I like post all my looks in there because I wear Colourpop all the time. And like you can only post looks that you have Colourpop on and like stuff like that. And like it's a whole community. I love them. I'm very active in the group. And people are always like, what are your most underrated Colourpop palettes? And like Strawberry Shake, it's so gorgeous. It's the perfect in between of like red and pink, and it's just gorgeous. You need these two so bad. It's so stunning. Baby Got Peach, another gorgeous one. Wow. Smashed. We lost a member, but I have so many shimmery orange shades though that I'm not too upset about it. This is Baby Got Peach, and it's also a very stunning palette. I have this one, and I also have the Sweet Talk palette. I'll show y'all how similar they are. If you could only get one, get the Sweet Talk palette because it's just better because it has that Super Shock shadow in it. Moving right along, we have Orangey Glad. I only use this if I need like a true orange, honestly, because if I'm gonna do an orange look, I'll probably go more peach and then reach for my peach palettes. But if I'm doing like a rainbow look and I need like a bright orange just for like a little part, I'll grab this palette right here. And then we have Honey, perfect for our yellow looks, also perfect for rainbow looks. And it's just gorgeous. I love the range of yellows they have in this palette, and I think the shimmers are really pretty too. Yes. Then I think I only have 3 more of these. We have Just My Luck, which is the green one, which I feel like they could have done a better job. I want more like emerald greens. These are very like, not vibrant enough for me. I need like green, you know what I'm saying? It's okay though, it does come in handy occasionally. I do pick that palette up. I pick all of these palettes up. I do a lot of rainbow looks, y'all know, so all of these come in handy a lot. Lilac You a Lot, one of my all-time favorites. I use this one of the most probably. I'm about to hit pan on this shade right here. Such a gorgeous shade. Like would look good on anybody. Stunning. Love this lilac purple. And then last but certainly not least of the eyeshadow palettes is Meant to Be. And oh God, is this one breaking on me too? Here we are, Meant to Be. This shade had cracked previously and I forgot about it, and then I opened it and it just kind of like powdered all over me, but we're good, it didn't break again. So Meant to Be, stunning. I love these shades. You put it on, it's just like spearmint realness. I just love the Meant to Be palette. It was such a pleasant surprise. I didn't think I would love it as much as I did, and I really did love it. Oh my gosh, y'all, I can't believe I went through those as quickly as I did. So moving on to the eyes, I do have one pot liner that I never freaking use. It literally has dust on it. Look at it. Look at me. I didn't even clean it off. I'm such an idiot. Anyways, this is a gel liner by Colourpop in the shade Stew. I just wanted like a chocolate brown liner. And oh, it's still wet. So I was worried it was gonna be dried out, but it's really not. You can see I've only used it like a few times. But now I'm thinking of looks that I can use with this. I'm gonna put this like up front over here so I'll remember to use it, because I do love like a deep chocolatey liner, and especially on redheads. Yes, ma'am. I only have 2 of their mascaras. I know they have a bunch of like colorful liners. Oh, and I do have like some of their liquid liners that I forgot to talk about. This one's like a red shade. Does it still work? Yes. So I do have like other things. I have like other little things like that that I may have forgotten, but I'm really just kind of going over like the big things in my, oh, that's nice. It didn't even smudge when I wiped it. There we go. I'm just kind of going over like the big things in my collection. I have loved Colourpop for so long that so many things have gotten lost. But yeah, this is just like kind of what I found. But yeah, the mascaras, this is their BFF mascara, and I don't like it. I don't really like the formula, so I never use the black one, because if I'm gonna use a black mascara, I'm gonna reach for my Thrive Cosmetics one. But if you're going for colored mascara, like I did today, I don't know if you can tell, I actually have blue mascara on right now. Oh yeah, you can see right there. It's very blue today because of my blue eye look. Then the Colourpop BFF mascaras are actually perfect. I have just the one, so I guess I can't really speak on all of them, but I just imagine that they're all good. Anyways, the blue mascara is really good. I love it. I really want to pick up their red mascara because I think that would be really cool. But yeah. And then for lips, I have an ungodly amount of Colourpop lip items. I just picked up a handful and threw them in this basket. I have way more down here. I don't want to drag them out. Yo, I don't even want to like go through all of these. I have old ass like liquid lipsticks. I have old ass glosses, lippy sticks, all of that. This one's gorgeous. It's like bright orange. And then I have a ton of their Luxe lipsticks. I don't even want to like go through the lippy sticks that I have. This is the shade Topanga, if you're curious. I do have 7 of like Lumiere. I have like 7 of those because they were going to discontinue it at a point in time. They were going to discontinue Lumiere, and that was my favorite shade. So I bought 7 of them, or like 8. And then they didn't discontinue it. And it's still on the website now. But I have like 7 of them. So I'm not going to go through the lippy sticks. But I do have like one of their blotted lips. Y'all remember those? It was like a lip stain type of look. I have those. Like I have one of everything, girl. And then their Luxe lipsticks are just my favorite. My favorite shade is Layover. It's an exact dupe for Velvet Teddy by MAC, and I love it. I love their Luxe lipstick so much. If you are in the market for a new lipstick, get it from Colourpop because they are smooth, velvety. They don't give you butthole lips, and they are affordable. So just, yes, I love Colourpop lip products so much. Okay, I'm just gonna insert this somewhere in the video. I've already like taken off my shirt and like done everything, and then I found, of course, this product. But I also have one of their like plumping lip glosses. This is their So Juicy plumping gloss in the shade Princess Cut. It's just the clear one, and I really love their plumping glosses too. So yeah, I wish it had like a brush or like a doe foot applicator instead of being a squeezy tube, but yeah, just thought I would throw this in there. All right, and I am looking around, and I believe this is the last thing I have to show y'all. And y'all have already seen this. This is my big box of lippy pencils. I literally just keep it in here because I love it so much. I love seeing them all lined up, and I love seeing like the variation of shades. I'm not going to empty these and put them in like a bag or anything like that because I just love the little stand. I love how extra it is. And yeah, I adore this. This was one of the best Colourpop purchases I ever made. And at the time, I thought that it was one of the most like stupid, like irresponsible purchases, but it wasn't, because I didn't realize how much lipstick and new lip colors could up my makeup game. Like I can do like purple lips and stuff now. I didn't have these shades before. I only had like nudes, and so I only did like nude lips, and now I don't only have to do nude lips, and it's so nice. And I use these as eyeliners. I'll put up a picture right here where I used Shot Clock as a liner, and like just all these, so many possibilities. You don't have to use lip liners as lip liners. Like you don't have to use graphic liners as graphic liners. I just used a graphic liner as a black lipstick in a previous look. Like you can use makeup and switch it up and do it however you want. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. But yeah, y'all, I think that's it. I think that is my Colourpop collection. Like I said, I've had so many products over the years, and I've thrown things away, and this is just what I have currently. So yeah, if you stuck through this whole video with me, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you, thank you. But please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite Colourpop product is, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.